We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 12. And it was the visiting Cardinals who came away with the victory. So now they've got a chance here to sweep the season series if they can get the victory in Glendale. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Murray now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Benson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. The Cardinals at 500 at 6-6. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Coach. Green.
Here's Murray. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But you know it's never easy to get Kyler Murray down to the ground, and to do it with a sack on their first drive, what a great tone setter defensively.
Oh, and no one's celebrating more than the defensive coordinator, because that's all he's preached all week long. Keep him hemmed in. Don't let him get into the open field and create big plays with his feet. To get him down in the pocket early, that's got to feel great for them.
Going deep downfield for Ross. It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A huge play there for Arizona. 49 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Hey. Shift.
Kyler going to give this to Benson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Second and a couple.
Hey, shift.
They'll go again with Benson. And he is going to lose yardage here. But now he appears to be in some pain. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. In motion, the tight end. Murray going to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey Benson, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Now they can't bring him down. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And, Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Walker with another carry. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Up the middle, here's Walker. Fight. Walker hit, and the ball is out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Seahawks respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, Charles, clearly they wanted to send a message there and impose their will. They score on their opening possession on a drive comprised entirely of rushing the football.
Message sent. I don't know that the team on the other side of the field wanted to receive it, but what a statement on their opening drive. Just run it all the way downfield, no passes. That absolutely sets the tone that they're going to be physical in this game.
Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they are back to 500 now. The win last week, their third in a row. And the question, is this run coming too late to make a difference in the playoff race?
Great question. They definitely still have some work to do, but I think a lot of folks were writing this team off about 3 weeks ago, even some of their own fans. So I suggest you put some extra shocks on the old bandwagon because this team has rebounded.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
First carry for James Conner. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Second down at 6 now from the 42.
Come back, come back.
Again, a run with Conner. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, here's Benson. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
58-yard attempt.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
Here's Smith. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Throwing is Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight at just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Ross on the return. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Hey, guys. Whoa.
To throw, it's Murray. They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. They run over center with Benson. Trucks over him. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Murray a give. This is Connor. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Big X open. Big X open.
To throw is Murray. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Murray going to fire this out to Harrison. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Throwing now is Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Murray to air it out again. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
Prater on for the field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
Prater's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
They're on 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go Sunday.
And going right back to Walker. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing now is Geno. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Geno. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but he falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Geno now to throw. This one goes underneath to Walker. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. To throw is Smith. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. Fighting to stay upright inside the 10. And the Cards are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
A final shot before half from Murray. Being chased out left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And Walker once more. He can't get him down. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 80 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Trying the left side with Walker. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kenneth Walker with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. The extra point now coming from Myers. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
This is 2nd and 8. In motion goes the tight end. Now this time Murray to throw it. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Uchenna Nwosu able to record his 5th sack of the season. So the opening drive of this third quarter, they're trying to set the tone for the second half.
And without a doubt, they did exactly that. I've known coaches who have said the first 5 minutes of each half are so important to do exactly what you said, which is set the tone. I've also heard coaches talk about the first 5 plays. Let's go out and be aggressive right off the top. That's exactly what they did.
Now Murray sees something. He's going to change it up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Reek Woolen. Inside the 20. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Running left is Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker from 17 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And he keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 8. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 157 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3. They'll fake the jet sweep and go instead with Walker. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
They run again with Walker. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. Straight ahead, Walker. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for 3rd down.
13 there. There we go. Snowball, snowball.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On the give, it's Walker. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
There we go, to that one. 53, 53.
On the handoff, this is Walker. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 217 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Again, it's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 20, here's 2nd and a yard. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Running free at the 45. Off to the races. Inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards. So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. The offense on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Murray now. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Murray's got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Jonathan Hankins in on the stop.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Hey, here we go, Sunday.
And now Metcalf going to get a chance to run. Breaks a tackle. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 49 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. They'll try the air now with Smith. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The sack by Jordan Willis. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Walker. Fights through, and now a crease. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 16. Smith now to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Walker is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And another negative play there as they stop him again. This will wind up a loss on the play. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal. Smith repeated the last play, finding Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From the end zone, here's Devin Tompkins. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Murray now to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Here's Murray. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A huge play there for Arizona. 51 yards. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, CD, this is the ideal situation, the 4th quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful. They've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed in intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Seahawks, it's a 10th win on the year as they